Hello, my name is Brianna Taylor, and today I'm going to talk to you about why college athletes should get paid. First, let me ask you, how many of you watch college sports? See, a lot of them athletes that you watch don't get any profit from the revenue that they bring into their schools. So let's talk about the reasons why they say college athletes should not get paid. They say that college players receive a free education and get the playing sport that they love, so why should we pay them? According to Sports Illustrated, Keon McCauley, college athletes don't have any worries when it comes to being students. When it comes to students who actually have to pay for college, such as student loans, textbooks, cost of living, and meal plans. He also states that all sports are not equally popular, so all athletes should not get the same amount. If a player is good enough, they should be able to make it to the pros, which is why they say that college athletes should not get paid. So now we'll talk a little bit about why they should get paid. First off, playing a sport is like having a full-time job. According to an article written by Mark Elderman, the typical Division I college football player devotes 43.3 hours of his time just to practice. That's more than 3.3 hours more than the average work person. He also states that just by being college athletes, they miss most of their classes, which is the reason why they go to school, right? It's for classes. They don't only get to go to their classes, and they bring in the most for national TV games and local games as well. Even during the NCAA basketball tournament, most of the athletes miss 6 days of classes. If you miss 6 days as a regular student, you will be dropped from that class. College athletes get to miss class and still get to be a student because they play a sport, which is why I believe that they should get a little profit of what they bring in. So where does all that money go? According to Mark Elderman, it goes to administrations, athletic directors, and coaches. So why not give a little profit to the athletes? He says that most of the money doesn't even go to classes, and that the coaches get paid more than the professors. Mark Elderman also says that most of college monies come from sports. The NCAA produces about $11 billion in annual revenue just from sports. In 2014, the University of Alabama football team reported $143.3 million in athletic revenues. That's more than 30 NFL teams, which is hockey, professional hockey, and 20 out of the 25 NBA teams. That's a lot of money coming in just for colleges. Also, great player Ben Simpson, who played for LSU last year. He states that, Ben Simmons, he played for LSU last year. He talks about how he was a one-and-done player. And he talks about how he never went to class and he still got to play basketball. He says that the classes was a waste of time because in the end he knew that he was going to go professional. He also states that most of his time as he played professional college ball, that he didn't really have the money to spend on everyday living expenses. So that should tell you a lot about, and that was written by Joe Narkle, and that just says a lot about just why the college athletes should get paid. They work hard, full-time. It's like having a full-time job. They work hard. They bring in most of the money. If you watch sports on TV, you see the gyms are packed, especially when it comes to football, basketball, even volleyball. So it's really important that we look into this because a lot of colleges are getting money, and as you can see from the article, most of the money go to coaches, administrators, not the teachers that are the classrooms. So I hope that you can now see what's going on behind closed doors and can agree that college athletes should get paid. I'm not saying write them a big check, but just a little something to get them through the year for all the hard work they bring to the school. So are there any questions?
How would you, handle the problem of different sports getting different revenue? How do you think that could be fixed? Do you think every sport deserves to get the same amount of money?
I would say that they should split it up by how much that sport brings in. So I think it would be easier and it would be fair. So they wouldn't have to say, like, I should get paid just as much as a basketball player. Well, a basketball player might bring in more revenue than a soccer team. Or a football player might bring in more revenue than a basketball team. So I think they should split it up by just how much that sport brings in.
Thank you. Question?
Yes.
Do you think that student athletes with scholarships should get paid on top of that as well, or just students without scholarships?
That's a very good question. It should also be the ones without scholarships, because when you think about it, the parents are paying for your education, and then you're still spending most of your time with the team. So you're paying for your education, but you're not really getting your education because you're a full-time athlete. So I think they should look into both. And then the students with the scholarship, most of them come from low-income areas. So either way, I feel like it's a win-win for both sides. Well, thank you for listening to my speech. I hope you enjoyed learning about college athletes and getting paid. My name again is Brianna Taylor. Thank you.